Uno, dos, tres,
We're not
cuatro.
even recording yet.
I mean, technically we are.
Oh, we are.
Your vagina is.
Yikes. I didn't know that this had been going on for almost 5 minutes.
Probably. Okay.
Okay.
Well.
Saludos, gorditas.
Hola, bonitas.
What up? What up? What up?
Okay, there we go.
By the way, I'm not talking to her vagina. There's a microphone that's like right here.
Okay, let's
in
lift
between
it
her
up.
legs. Yeah, see, look.
That's not a microphone.
It's that toy. Alrighty then. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome to episode what?
5?
Fuck if I know.
I thought it was 6.
Is it?
6? Yes, it's 6.
It's 6. Yeah,
Okay.
episode 6 of Gorditas.
Sassy.
And
Unqualified.
Alright. Yeah, no, this time I'm not in sync with anything.
This
Alright.
time?
Ever.
Thank you.
Okay, the last 3 episodes that just haven't been in sync, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so
I'm going to try not to move a lot because this bag is making a lot of noise.
It's loud.
So let me sit up and do my yoga poses. Cat cow.
Ooh,
Except for I'm not cat cowing right now.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of. I'm like...
You're like, that's a dance move right there.
Yeah.
You're popping it.
Hot, black, and drop it. Talia's here with us, by the way. Also, she's just kind of out of frame.
And Stephanie's dogs
She's not
are here
important.
with us today. They're just
A
not
little crazy.
there's a baby here.
No,
what do you
yes.
expect?
Yes, I know. No, but
Something small.
Watson, he could definitely handle it.
Lola.
Oh, yeah.
Lola
is loca.
She's a baby herself.
Lola's 6 months old. Lola is the same age as your daughter, by the way.
Yes.
Well, they're both crazy.
They're both 6
They're
months
both
old.
crazy.
They're both 6 months
They
old.
both need to be out of this.
They're out of frame. But yeah. So I haven't seen you guys in like 2 weeks.
That's a long time.
I know, because we do record like 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah. Because
So-
otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do this.
No.
Them's his
We would be
moms.
out.
And I just need a break.
Me too.
There's that. So how's the last couple weeks been treating you guys?
Good. I mean, just been applying for a new job every single day.
Nice.
Every single day, I make myself apply for a job.
Oh, good.
Really?
I mean,
I look for them
Yeah.
beforehand, and then like I'll send them to myself, and I'll like apply.
yeah.
So I'm getting out of teaching. I don't care
What
what, I have
kind of
to do.
jobs are you like?
Right now, I'm applying. I don't want to like speak it into exist. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to speak.
Jinx it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. So like I'm just applying to jobs. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say what kind.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want
Yeah.
like bad mojo.
No.
Mhm.
But there's also like good mojo by like
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
If you
I
believe
mean,
But I mean
it,
it's
you
whatever.
attract
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
No,
like
the-
I mean,
the law of
building
attraction.
connections, you know, I know, like, I'm just exploring other fields like human resources and
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Spanx is hiring.
you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
In,
Okay,
the,
Fanny.
in the business field.
Ignore.
Gotcha.
Spanx is hiring.
For
They're
human resources?
they're opening a headquarters here in Atlanta, and so they're hiring. So
Okay, I
check 'em
might
out.
look out
Yeah.
for
Yeah, because I need some Spanx. I need to start-
We need those free goodies.
that. Yes. Speaking of free goodies,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to sponsor us, we're available.
I mean,
We'll
you
take
know,
We are new moms.
any
and
name brands
very-
that you hear on this podcast are not our sponsors.
Right.
We're still broke.
Yes.
We have no sponsors. No one thinks we're cute enough
Yet.
yet.
I mean,
I think we're cute.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
I said yet.
I mean, the babies are cute enough.
I mean, they are Gerber baby, holler at a baller.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a bad idea to shake that around a lot.
Yeah, we're trying to record here.
I like how you say I think it's a bad idea and she does it real slow.
Can I trade with you? Can I trade with you? Here, take that one.
All right. Also, she's really cute, so like, you know.
There you go. Good job. Thank you. I'll take this for now. Okay.
All right.
What about you? What have you been up to this past 2 weeks?
Well, so far, I have been basically recharging, but also trying to avoid getting sick.
Oh yeah.
Because for the past I was telling Anita earlier, or maybe both of you, but for the past 2 weeks, every day, one of the children at the school that I work with has been out sick, either from the flu or the stomach bug, something. So I've just been trying not to get sick.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks straight now.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you use enough herbal remedies. You
got
combat
those essential
anything.
oils.
I hope so. I hope they work.
Yeah.
I just gave these two.
You got those crystals in your boobs to keep you
Not
safe.
today.
You don't have your stones in your boobs?
No, not today. They're recharging. But you two are so ungrateful. I gave you ginger tea, and all I heard was, "This is so disgusting."
No, I
enjoyed
didn't
it.
say it was disgusting. I said it was strong.
Well, yeah.
I think it
it's
maybe was
ginger
strong
tea.
because you put 2 different bags in it, and that's why it was strong. Because I'm not used to that.
Well, I also
strength
put
of ginger
more water
tea.
than is
Do you
supposed to go
usually
for
put
each one.
2 tea bags?
I normally just do one.
No, but I also put extra water. Like there was
Uh,
2 servings, so that's why I put two
Yeah.
bags.
Okay.
I liked it. It
But
just
also,
it was burning. But
ugh, I love
I can
that
feel
feeling.
I can feel the effects already.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you,
burning
man.
No, the soothing effects.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm telling you, ginger tea is the best tea.
That's
I
what I
drink it
used to
before
use
bed.
when I was like feeling nauseous with Talia.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have that very often. I had like
Morning
once or twice.
sickness.
No, it was just mostly nausea because it was after that.
Morning sickness. Isn't morning sickness a sensation?
It's considered
Yeah.
to be, that's part of morning sickness. But the morning sickness can be so many more.
Well, yeah,
things.
but I mean, it was just
Yeah.
part of it. How about you, Andy?
Just trying to get the house together after
How's that
moving.
going? We were supposed to go to
Nothing's
Jeju.
happening. That is the problem. And we put me in charge of things.
And that was a
And
mistake.
it sure was. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. So our house is a mess.
I told you, I'm
I
really
did
good.
buy a really big like palm tree leaf
nice.
kind of thing. It looks.
I saw that.
Yeah.
A real one?
I've been
Yeah.
watching your YouTube.
I
Have you
love
been
it.
watching mine?
I always like your what am I saying?
Cooking videos?
Yeah.
You guys are so supportive of each other.
Yes, I do watch her videos. My aunt was like, "Who are you watching?" And I was, because you were switching back and forth between English and Spanish.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's my friend. Remember you saw her in the
Nice.
other?" Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. So sweet.
That's good.
Because I've been, never mind, I won't do this well, anyway, I like went on YouTube and like took the YouTube like, not test, but like they give you a class you can take,
Oh, okay.
and it's
That's
like
cool.
a YouTube creator class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's all free, and it like gives you, like, I think it's like 4 or 5 videos, and it basically tells you like how to be lucrative on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Mhm.
And watch time
Yeah.
is really important,
Yeah.
and followers are very important,
Yeah.
obviously. So.
Yeah. And I know
Likes don't even matter.
no.
It's
no.
the watch time and followers.
Yeah. And then also I mean, yeah, just being consistent with it.
And
like,
consistency,
quote-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been consistent with this,
Yeah.
so good for us.
Hey.
Pat on the shoulder. Thank you. I have 2 pats.
Okay.
So, all right. So this episode is just gonna be a little bit different.
We're gonna talk about
Oh,
Black History.
in commemoration to Black History Month, we all decided to pick influential African Americans and their spouses to talk about this episode.
Or not really spouses, but couples.
Couples.
Like, because mine were never technically married because they couldn't. get
I mean,
married.
partners,
Yeah.
significant others.
Mine were illegally married, if you
Yeah.
count it, yeah.
Mine were married, but they were married. I think they were illegal, probably because they were married 6 years before
Okay.
it was legal for them
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Before the loving versus something else.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Lovings.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
be 6 years
Wait.
before them.
Oh, okay.
6 years before them, my couple got married.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay.
So.
Also, pause.
Mm.
Remember how we always talk about Stephanie's earrings?
Yes,
Mhm.
she's wearing them.
Your earrings are really cute today.
Oh, they are. They are
Yeah.
moons.
Yes.
Oh, I snap.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They're
love you to the
very
moon
cute.
and back.
They're
Thank you.
very cute.
It says, "Yeah, I love you to the moon and back."
Aw.
That's so cute.
Thank you. I love getting earrings at like arts festivals.
Mhm, me too.
So I always get like these are from an arts festival.
Yeah.
I had some Buddhas one time from an arts festival, and I loved my Buddhas. They got stolen with the other earrings that got stolen in the Dominican Republic. We won't talk about that right now because all my jewelry was stolen. I was pissed. But that's how I got this notebook.
Cute.
I bought a whole bunch of jewelry and they gave me this notebook.
Nice.
So many years ago. Anyway, so should I just like start out telling who my couple is, or should I start out by like one person and then the other? How should I do this?
Just go for it.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to say,
Might as well just
my
introduce
couple
both of
is
them.
Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings. Okay?
I don't know a lot about this.
So I didn't either. I was talking to my friend Scott, and he was like, I told him we were talking about either historic black couples or just black couples in general, and then or interracial couples or intercultural couples, and he was like, you should talk about, he thought it was Abraham Lincoln. And then we looked it up and it turned out to be Thomas Jefferson. So I was like, I've never heard of this before because I'm not a big history buff.
Yeah.
I am. This is why I was like really adamant about this episode, because I love history.
So, I mean, I like history and I like hearing about history. I just don't want to go investigate about it. Like, I love watching the History Channel, but I'm not gonna, like... It's not a pastime, you know? It's not
I feel
do for fun.
like I like history because I always forget it. And then it's like, once I hear it again, I'm like, oh,
That's
that's a cool story I've
yeah.
never heard before, but I've actually been like...
interested, yeah. Okay, so...
Y'all, she just picked herself up. It was adorable.
Yes. She's been doing that a lot.
You're so cute.
And she will probably start crawling soon. So, we'll have another dog in the episode.
Yeah.
Alright, so as we all know, or maybe we don't, Thomas Jefferson was the which president? The
5th.
Wrong.
9th.
Nobody knows this.
Third.
Oh, so close.
Third president. And one of the main authors of the Declaration of Independence.
Was he?
Yeah, one of the
Was he?
one of the main authors.
Was he?
Okay, if you don't believe me, that's okay.
Okay, girl.
He represented Virginia in the Revolution and became Minister of France in 1785. This is an important fact. But an interesting fact because, you know, I don't know, I love languages, you love languages, we love languages. He spoke Latin, Greek, and French.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. And he married January 1st, 1772 to his third cousin.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that I knew.
Sure, you know.
It was
Her
okay
name-
back in the day.
Yeah.
I know.
They didn't know.
I
His
just had to,
third cousin, I
but
mean,
still.
you know,
that's
that's like...
I mean, now it's gross. Back then it was like, dude, you'd marry your first cousin and it was okay.
Yeah. I think that...
Especially
I'm so glad.
royalty.
Well, because people died so quickly also.
But also royalty, that's how you kept the
Bloodline.
bloodline pure.
Yep. Yep. You good? Okay. So he married Martha Wales. That's also an important fact to remember. During their 10 years of marriage, they had 6 children. I wrote down their names. I don't want to say their names because it's pretty interesting to me. So Martha, her nickname was Patsy from 1772 to 1836.
I wonder if that's the reason why it's a patsy.
What do you mean?
It's like, isn't it like a scapegoat is also a patsy?
I've never heard that, but possibly. Yeah.
Never mind.
I just learned English like 2 years ago, so I don't know.
Jane, a son that only lived a few weeks, Mary Wales, Lucy Elizabeth, and then another Lucy Elizabeth.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
how could you name a
Let me look for
second child the same name?
Well, there's a lot of Annas in my family, and
No, but like
Maries.
your child
Marias.
died. Like, as a mother, that really annoyed me. I was like, how can you name a child Lucy Elizabeth and then turn around, have another one, and name her Lucy Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Like, that name's already taken. It's important, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's
Like,
a replacement child.
It has a,
No, it was a replacement child.
No.
Yeah.
So that's why I wrote that down and wanted to mention
That
it.
is crazy.
That's well, back in the day, they were kind of limited. They didn't name their kid Apple and Kiwi until more recently. You know,
Yeah, you're right.
True.
Their imagination was somewhat limited
Yeah.
Lucy Elizabeth.
as far as names.
Lucy Elizabeth.
I mean, it is a cute name.
It's a cute name, but still.
She was like, I can't find any cuter than this.
Maybe she really just wanted to say the name a lot.
Maybe.
Lucy Elizabeth.
Maybe. So they inherited 135 slaves
From
when her father, when Martha died.
Okay.
When Martha's father died.
okay.
And then shortly after, Martha died herself of childbirth.
Aww.
After that, he moved to France. So then after that, he sent for his youngest daughter. Wait, his youngest living child. So his youngest living child was Mary.
Oh, okay.
So he sent for Mary, and she was going to go with her nurse at first. Because I think she was a sickly child, but she ended up living until 1804.
I mean,
so
she was the healthiest one out of the
right,
bunch.
yeah. Go Mary. So sent for her. The nurse was gonna go with her, but it ended up being that the nurse was sick, and so then they wanted to take another 16-year-old slave was gonna go with her, but she was also sick. So that's why Sally Hemings ended up going.
And do you know how old she was?
Sally at the time was, she was 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the child was like 9.
And how old
okay.
was
And
Thomas?
Mary was 9.
Wow.
And how old is Thomas Jefferson?
Oh. I don't know how old he was at that time.
Let's just say he was at least middle-aged.
So middle age as in his 20s? Because nobody
I think he
survived
was
very long
30,
back then.
Maybe 20s. Yeah.
Modern middle-aged years.
Modern times. So I'm going to give you a little backstory about my girl Sally.
Ooh. Are we fans of Sally?
I'm a fan of Sally.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay, so Sally was born to Betty Hemings, so you got to keep up with this because I had to read it like 12 times.
Okay.
I tried to condense it and make it
Yeah.
easily understandable.
Okay.
So Sally was born to Betty Hemings, an enslaved black woman, and John Hemings, an English sea captain. So an English sea captain, which was white,
Yes.
and Betty Hemings, which was an African American.
So Sally was of mixed race.
So Sally was a mixed race. Yes.
Okay.
So Sally's father, John, tried to buy Betty and Sally from their owners, but he wouldn't allow it. The Epps. They were named Epps. So Mother Betty and daughter Sally were inherited by Martha Epps, who took them both as her personal slaves when marrying John Wales. Remember who Thomas Jefferson married first? Martha Wales. Okay. So, John Wales, after Martha died, John Wales took Betty Hemings as his concubine.
Oh.
And had 6 children.
Wait, what was John's relationship to Martha?
John Wales
Yeah.
is Martha's father.
Okay. But
Hold on.
okay.
I'm getting there. Again, John Wales took Betty Hemings as his concubine and had 6 children, including Thomas Jefferson's wife, Martha Wales. So, Betty Hemings and John Wales made Martha Wales.
Oh.
So
Martha was of mixed race also.
Martha.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
John Wales.
Oh, you mean?
Yes, she was.
Martha,
Yes,
yeah.
she was. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes, she was. So, after Martha died, So Martha died now, and now we're back to Sally. So now we're talking about Sally.
Sally and Martha are half-sisters.
Our half-sisters.
Oh! Why didn't you say that?
Thank you for catching it. I wanted somebody to catch it.
You're the worst.
Okay.
I'm a detective.
Well, at least he kept it in the fam.
So Martha and Sally are half-sisters.
But it's okay, yeah. But one of them, Sally's a slave, so.
Sally's a slave because she
Martha
was
was
born
not.
into slavery.
Yeah.
Yes. And Martha was not born into slavery because her father owned her technically. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So weird.
Oof.
Ownership. So 14-year-old Sally escorted 9-year-old Polly to Paris.
Polly.
which was
daughter.
the daughter.
Mary.
Yeah, Mary.
Okay.
Her nickname was Polly. At 16, Hemmings became pregnant with Jefferson's child. So 2 years later, she became pregnant with Jefferson's child, Thomas Jefferson's child. But by French law, she could have been free. But she wanted to go back to the United States with Thomas Jefferson.
So this all.
So in order for her to go back with Jefferson, she would maintain the law of the United States. So she would still be a slave.
At this point, they were in France, though.
Yeah, right. Then they were in France.
And this was consensual.
I didn't find any information about
Okay.
consensual.
Okay, because she is
information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if you say she wanted to go back with Thomas,
You're
then-
assuming it was.
Assuming it was, yeah.
But also, at this point, did she have a kid by him yet?
So this is the
when
first one. This
okay,
is the first
so
one.
there's
by him.
also that.
Yeah. This is the first one by
yeah.
him, and he told her that she could stay in France.
Oh.
And be
But
free.
who's taking
And be free.
who's taking the kid?
But
Then
she would.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay.
But she wanted to go back with him
Oh, okay. So
because that's all she knew.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Plus.
She's
she-
14.
she was with the family since she was born, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
You
her
know?
sister was his ex-wife,
Yeah,
or
his
widow, his
her
wife,
half sister.
half
Yeah.
sister. Well,
Yes,
sister.
whatever. Sister, yeah. So after returning to the United States in 1789, her first child died. So the first child that she had with Jefferson died. So like Jefferson, it was not uncommon. So like Jefferson's father-in-law, it was not uncommon for there to be minglings with the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they just like, during that time, they just kept it hush-hush.
Yeah.
So Jefferson kept birth records in his farm book of all of the slaves' births, but he didn't keep any records of her births.
Wow.
So it's not really known for sure. They have done like DNA tests now, but due to any records, they didn't know whether those 6 children that Hemmings ended up having were actually Jefferson's children.
Yeah. But were the children, were they born into slavery or were they
Yeah.
free?
They were born in
They were
slavery.
all
Because
born-
she was
But
a slave.
yeah, because
But he could
it's
have
based
gotten
on the
them out.
mother.
He
It's
could have
based on
gotten
the
them
mother.
out, like if he wanted to.
So whenever they were in France, Jefferson had Sally and Sally's older brother, there with him. They were actually paid in France. They were not like free slaves. They were paid slaves. But when they came back to the United States, they didn't get payment because that wasn't the law of the land. So the Monticello plantation, or the house, was where they lived, and he built it in like the 1700s. I don't know when, but anyway, they refurbished it, and like through excavation, they found like Sally's secret quarters, which were adjacent to Jefferson's room.
Yeah.
So there's like kind of no doubt that
Yeah.
he and she were definitely doing some stuff.
Yeah.
At least 6 times.
Oh, God. Can you
Yes, because
imagine?
my mom only had sex 3 times because there's only 3 of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least 3 times.
Only 3 times.
Because we only have
Only.
sex to procreate.
Exactly. That's
Hear that, children?
what a woman is good for.
It's not pleasurable.
At all. Nope.
I cannot imagine having 6 children.
I can't imagine having 1.
But the thing is, like, a lot of them didn't survive. Like,
Yeah.
her first child didn't survive. And, like, I think she had 3 surviving sons.
So, and still, like, to keep having children after, like, the
No,
likelihood
and
of them
there's no
dying.
epidural.
Oh.
You had an epidural, right?
Yes, I had an
Of course.
epidural. What are you talking about?
She said, "Give me the fucking drug."
I did too.
Listen, I made it to 5 centimeters.
I made it to 4. You're better
Yeah. Neither one of us can.
than me. This cabezona was not coming out.
No.
All right, so let me hurry up and get finished so I can put her to sleep. So anyway, the records of Sally are very short and slim to like almost none, because Jefferson didn't keep documentation of anything going on with her. Like she was educated, but she didn't. They haven't found any like documents where she wrote about her life or whatever. And in Jefferson's journals, he didn't write about her because it was supposed to be secretive.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was okay for it to happen, but it's supposed to be secretive because it's kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she was described as being a very beautiful woman, fair skin, beautiful long hair down her back, and her and all of her children, they were kind of like house hands. They did like the cooking and the cleaning and the.
So they were in the house.
They were
which
in
is
the
like,
house.
if you're gonna be a servant, I guess.
It's like upper
Yeah.
for a servant.
Or,
Slave
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
slave.
Yeah. So I think that's all I have. But there's a book that I kind of want to read now because I'm doing my research. I kind of found a book by Annette Gordon Reed. It's called Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings: An American Controversy. She goes into the depth of the story about their relationship, and I watched a video of her, and she said she went to the plantation, and there's like, they know where one of her sons is buried, and they know where two of her sons are buried. One's in like, I think Washington, I can't remember, but one's somewhere, and they know exactly where he is. The other they're not sure because the records weren't kept well, but no one knows where Hemings was buried.
Wow.
No.
Oh, wow.
What?
Like, they don't even know if it was on the property.
Do they know how she died? Do they know how she
I
died?
don't
Childbirth
know that
or-
information. I don't
Yeah.
know that. Probably childbirth.
Yeah, most likely.
But that's all I have for that, and I want to
Wow.
I want to know more.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
interesting.
really interesting. So,
Sally.
So
Sally
that's the-
Hemings
And Thomas
and
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. I just thought it was
Nice.
interesting because the president was in
Yeah.
a multicultural relationship, and like one of
And it
the
was-
first presidents,
Mhm.
and it was like not documented at all. Like,
Yeah.
kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Here, have your child.
All right, I'll take her.
She doesn't want me.
Yeah, me no.
All right. So who's next?
You.
Okay. All right. So I did I did Barney and Betty Hill. They are the first.
Barney and Betty.
Yeah, they're the first couple to have their alien abduction story publicized. So my story.
That's crazy.
I
folks.
know. Well, that's the thing. Apparently, while I was reading, it actually said that the majority of people who report alien abductions are what we consider normal. Like me, hardworking moms, dads, people with full-time jobs, people with children, families, you know, the whole nine. And very seldom do the reports come from what we would consider quote-unquote nutcases. So, they weren't that crazy. Actually.
were
Oh, I
normal.
believe I was abducted by aliens.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is her name
Yeah, I'm
Olga?
not fighting.
No, wait. Is her name Olga?
Yes.
Wait, no, really?
By the way, where's my other?
A Russian alien.
Oh yeah, where's our arepas?
No, I ate it. Never gonna happen.
What? I even asked nicely.
I just said, bring it.
Okay, so the incident occurred in the middle of the night on September 19th, 1961 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
1961 was the first time.
It was well, no.
Oh, first.
It was the first. They're the first couple to publicize there. Like after they are the story that started all the other stories, basically. Their story came after aliens started kidnapping and abducting people in movies and TV plots in the late 50s.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, Betty Hill was really into sci-fi in the 1950s when it first started coming out. But there were few reports of flying saucers that surfaced in the late 40s. And aliens in sci-fi are as old as the beginning of the 20th century, but the abductions are only as old as the Hills story, which is 1960s.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So before this, like, they had seen aliens, but no aliens had taken.
They had there were
seen
reports
UFOs.
there were reports of people seeing UFOs, but there were no reports of abductions.
Okay.
There,
So
there
were
was,
getting.
yeah.
They were.
Well, here's the thing. I did find like 1 or 2 reports that came out right before theirs, but nobody believed them because it was one of those like. I was in the shower. I looked at my back.
You're gonna scare me.
No, I'm not. I looked in the mirror.
And there was something behind
I
it.
know. That's scary.
It is.
Oh, God.
No.
That's why I don't shower.
That makes so much sense now. Alien abductions. You just don't want it to happen again. So, but no, they so like one of the stories was little Timmy. Basically, he was taking a shower, and then he said he looked at his back in the mirror and he saw a bunch of bruises. He showed his mom, and
he was being beaten.
And his mom was like, oh, maybe it was aliens. And that's how Timmy got it into his head that it was aliens. So, because it was just when the shows and the movies were coming out.
She was joking, though, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it was an article.
Yeah.
So, I didn't ask her personally. This is back in the 40s. So, I didn't ask her personally. So, I don't know. But that's just like one. And so... You know, nobody believed him.
Yeah.
Or because he
was a baby.
No, not a baby.
Right?
He was.
How do you see bruises? What, like in the back? Like, is there a mirror?
Yeah.
How do you see
Did you miss that part of the story?
He looked into the mirror.
I said it.
In the shower?
There's was taking a shower.
They got out.
He must have got. I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Who has a mirror in their shower? I need to do that.
Do you have a mirror in your
bathroom?
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picturing the whole like.
Maybe he felt something on his back. Looked in the mirror. Was like, oh shit.
I was still picturing Timmy in the shower. That's my problem.
Timmy might have gotten out of the shower. And Timmy was actually also an adult when this happened.
Oh, so little Timmy.
But he asked his mom.
Yeah, but he asked his mom. So he might have been a teenager. It didn't say he was a kid, but it implied he was an adult. Also, there was another one, another person who said they got abducted, and basically it was the same thing. They were just like, nah. But it is.
But it's not. Sorry. I just have so many questions.
Go for it.
But it wasn't that they saw the alien.
I'm just kidding.
Shut down.
Yeah, you see, not fun.
I wasn't. I'm interested in your story. I'm showing interest. Listen,
it's just so easy.
Look. So it wasn't that they saw the aliens. It was that they like saw something that they didn't know how it got there.
You're getting ahead in my story because this comes up. This comes up.
Guys, this is how I learn.
I know, but this is part of my my story.
Okay.
No. But yeah, basically the gist is nobody
saw it.
Mm-hmm. They just felt
something.
Yeah.
Or like,
something was off.
A body, something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So, Barney is an African American postman. And Betty was a white social worker and a grad from UNH, which is the University of New Hampshire. Barney, I just want to give you their credentials because this has to do a lot with why their story was so believable. So Barney was a NAACP director and an executive board member of the Rockingham County Community Action Committee. During the time that the U.S. was transitioning away from segregation, he got in awards from the governor of New Hampshire, and he was also invited to the inauguration ceremony of President Lyndon Johnson as a thank you for his service in the community during the Civil Rights Movement.
Yeah. Were they married?
Yeah, they were married. This was while they were transitioning from segregation into an integrated United States, basically. They were getting rid of segregation. So in September, the story goes that on September 19th, 1961, the Hills stopped for coffee at 10 p.m. and planned to get home around 3 a.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Coffee. Oh my
So
God.
they
That's
were
a bad idea to start.
Wow.
But to get home by 3?
Well,
How long does
Can
it
I-
take to get coffee?
God,
Oh my God.
that's a long cup
if
of
you
coffee.
I could tell you the whole story.
No, we need to focus on this
On
one
this part.
detail.
So
Are you sure these were normal people?
they were
How many cups of coffee did they have?
they were on their way home from a mini vacation in Montreal. And-
okay.
They briefly stopped because it was going to take them that long to get there, right?
That makes
So-
more sense. Caffeine
does.
at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Shut up! God damn! Stop. If you let me finish my story, you'll actually know the part of the story.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to react.
I thought so too.
So the Hills were on their way home from a shortened mini vacation when they noticed.
Now she's interrupting. You better not tell her to shut up.
Shut up, Talia. So the Hills were on their way home from a shortened mini vacation because they had run out of money while they were in Montreal. And
They didn't plan too well.
well, this was before the ATMs.
That's why planning is important.
Yeah.
They
How
should
much
have done
money?
it.
Yeah, maybe she spent
They
too
didn't-
much money shopping.
yeah.
I'm still questioning their normalcy at this point.
Yeah, for coffee for 3 hours.
Running out of money?
That was a 5-hour coffee.
So in reality it wasn't, but they stopped briefly for coffee at 10 p.m. on their way home.
But they
Hours
had
ain't
enough money
brief.
for coffee.
Yeah, a cup of coffee is like 25 cents in the 60s.
We don't know that. Fact check it.
And a hotel would probably have been more money.
Yeah.
Maybe they had to
They could have
work.
slept in the car.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the 60s.
They wanted to get it on.
Murderers.
In the car is the best place to get it on.
Yeah, is that how they were conceived? Your children?
No, Talia was conceived in a bedroom.
No, we know. Yeah, in the bedroom.
Was it? Mm-hmm.
I can tell you what position too. But
I
Yeah, I
can't tell
tried
you.
to
my
find
mom's
out.
listening, so
I can't tell you that. I don't know what position she was conceived in.
Again.
Probably cowgirl.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we're like ruining your whole story.
I'm so.
Do you want to go?
sorry. No,
Andy?
no, no, please. I want to
No
know.
one interrupted
I
Anita
wanted-
this much.
I had questions for you.
She did interrupt me, but it was like questions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing
But
to
not
you.
as long as this.
Okay, anyways, I just don't think these people are normal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they were aliens.
But they have more credibility, is what I'm saying, than Timmy from the shower.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
the whole
these-
mirror in the shower thing did not make sense.
Motherfucker got out of the goddamn shower, looked in the mirror, and was like, "Hey ma, hey ma."
Can you look at my bag?
Yeah, hey ma.
And okay.
What's up with my back?
Okay.
All right. So
Is it warped
coffee,
or is it not?
They're on the way home.
So they're on their way
And
home and they
honey.
stop at a coffee place. They get some coffee around 10. And around that time, I guess they decided they were going to keep going and they were planning on being home by 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So they got back in the car and continued home. Assholes. After a while, Betty noticed that there was a bright object following them from the passenger side. She insisted Barney pull over, which is how people get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
So wait a
Just
minute.
saying.
The bright object could have been just people's lights behind them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But she felt like they were being
It was-
followed
Why the
so
fuck
why would you stop?
because this is how people get murdered.
She wanted this. To
She wanted it.
I mean,
She wanted to.
now you're just victim blaming, and that is uncalled for. And I don't want to get sued, and I want more listeners. So
Sorry.
shut the fuck up.
Excuse me, Betty.
Never know.
We apologize.
Why are you in my fucking?
I was looking up her name. I was gonna apologize to Betty for victim blaming her.
God damn it.
Okay,
Good
so
Lord.
Betty wanted to stop.
So
and
she asked Barney to pull over. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Can we at least say she didn't make very good choices?
Yeah.
That's for
Okay.
sure.
I mean, you're in the, but this is
That's what I'm saying.
this is how
Fucking caffeine does this to people.
at 10 p.m. Well, they had left late from Montreal already, but they had to leave early. They had to end their vacation early because they ran out of money. Like they weren't gonna make it home
So obviously
if they didn't
made
leave.
poor choices because they ran out of money.
Yeah. She went shopping, whatever. But
Babe, I hope she had the right clothes she needed for this
You know what?
abduction.
Let's blame Barney too in this scenario.
I know he did pull over.
He did pull.
He
up.
did pull over. He
did.
could have been
That's
like,
alrighty.
he could have been like, dude, nah. The sooner
That's
we
not
leave, the
very
sooner we get
smart.
home.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, she insisted Barney pull over. Once on the side of the road, Barney pulled out got out of the car with his binoculars in hand.
You're out of frame. I need you in frame for your story.
It'll be fine.
I need you in frame for your story.
If you wanted her to chug ginger tea, she wants you in frame for this.
You didn't even finish your ginger tea, so I
I
fucking
did. I
want to
only
hear.
left the bottom. Nobody drinks the bottom.
Everybody drinks the bottom.
How
You
many-
know
bottom?
what
Okay,
it
Just honey at
listeners.
this point.
Listeners,
Yeah.
I need listeners to verify whether they drink the bottom of their tea.
I never finish
Or
a cup
not.
of tea.
is. You're
Not
foolish.
fully.
Well, you
Not
never
fully.
finish a cup of coffee either. Like you
You reheat it 12 times.
yes, you do reheat it 12 times. I do too. I found myself doing that yesterday. I had the same cup of coffee until like 2 in the afternoon.
That's why I just go ahead straight for the cold coffee. Like just go
Nah.
straight to the ice.
I don't
coffee.
like cold
Tastes-
coffee.
Oh yeah.
I like my warm coffee. But okay. So through the binoculars,
Wait a minute, where'd the binoculars come from?
if you were paying
Barney
attention
had
to the
them.
part where I said he stepped out of the car with binoculars,
I heard
and
it.
I said,
I
"Thank
didn't
you for
hear
paying
I didn't
attention."
hear that part.
Finally,
I've
finally,
been paying attention this whole time.
I don't give a
And
shit.
asking
And
questions.
asking good
Good questions. These are good questions. I probably
They're
wouldn't
not
know
good
what the hell's
questions.
going on for
They're
my questions.
they are just interrupting my story. Okay, they're just.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, now I don't want to.
No,
but
this
I
is a good story because these
So,
people
okay.
are making bad
Let me get
choices.
comfortable. Let me get comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. So, through the binoculars, Barney saw what looked like a saucer with a set of double windows through which he could see at least half a dozen living beings in uniform.
Oh wow.
In uniform.
In uniform. So when he looked, it was like
Military
100
uniform?
feet above them that the bright lights were shining from, and like 100 feet behind them, and it was a saucer-shaped vehicle with two set of double windows where they could see. He could clearly see not people, beings. He called them living. Quote unquote. He says he saw half a dozen living beings through the windows.
I hate when
In
people say
uniform.
half a dozen. Just say 6.
I know, right? But I was
You make
quoting.
it sound like more.
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
I was quoting. I hate when people do that too. I was like, when I read that, I was like, so 6.
It's like then I
But
have
I'm
to do
quoting
math.
him.
I have to do dozen then divided by half.
2.
Yeah.
And
What?
yeah, I know.
Okay.
You could've
it's so
just
stupid.
said
So what
6.
was your question, Anita? I mean, Andy.
What's my name again? That's my question. What is my name?
Andy, what was your question?
I don't know who I am.
No,
anymore.
I asked like uniform. Did
Yeah.
you describe the uniform? Like,
It didn't go into
No,
detail for
okay.
the uniform. No.
I would have liked to know.
I know, I was, because in my imagination, I see like a blue uniform with like gold buttons.
See, I see white
like,
and
just
black.
shirts
I don't
and
know why.
no pants.
Maybe two.
Yeah.
I don't see pants.
No pants.
No pants. I don't see pants.
No pants.
I just don't see pants.
My aliens don't wear pants.
Don't wear pants. No, because I saw something when I was a kid.
Can that be the title of this
No
episode?
pants?
No pants.
Aliens don't wear pants.
Yeah.
Don't wear pants.
Aliens don't wear pants. Yes. We just named our episode. Okay.
She's
So.
been asleep like 3 times already.
Oh. So they were wearing uniforms and staring straight at him. Obviously terrified because personally I know I would shit my pants.
Did he have pants on?
I actually would have never stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop.
I wouldn't.
Obviously,
I
I
would've never
and
stopped.
I wouldn't have binoculars with me.
Yeah,
But in
who
the
carries binoculars
In the
with them?
60s, you don't have anything interesting to do
Wait.
besides bird watch and spy into other
I guess
people's.
true.
Smoke weed.
When you're a biracial couple, I don't think you do that.
What? Why
Why
not?
not?
Fighting in well, maybe,
They need it. Need to relax.
probably,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It said that they were credible. I mean, he had a lot of. They both had government jobs.
Okay, well they had
So-
to take drug tests frequently.
Well, maybe if not even drug tests, was weed even legal back in the 60s?
Girl, is weed legal now?
And so,
No,
In
but I'm
some
saying
places?
like they didn't seem like the
Wasn't
hippies
that around
kind.
the time of,
He was
what's it
always
called?
he was that was the 70s.
Oh, the 70s, okay.
Um,
I'm off.
he was in every single picture
The
that.
dogs. They're attacking us.
No, it's the aliens.
Ah!
Timmy! Timmy! Go back to
Timmy's
your room.
next door.
Timmy, go back to your room.
Little Timmy. So, yeah. I mean, in every picture that I saw of them, they were what you think of when you think of a couple from the 60s and the 50s and 60s. Like the house dress.
Okay, I'm in the decade now.
suit.
I'm in the decade
Okay,
now.
you're in the, yeah.
My mind
You're
is
thinking like psychedelic.
I was thinking about like, you know,
The
like
hippies.
the platform shoes
Yeah.
And the bell bottoms.
No, that was 70s for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking on like the pleated dresses.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
So
okay.
there's actually a picture of her dressed like Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter.
That's so
And she's holding her wiener dog in her lap, and he's standing behind her.
Yeah.
Neither one of them is smiling because, you know, they're
That's
not
the
smiling
60s.
yet. Nobody was happy. And he was in a suit, like, all done up, so yeah, so you're with us now?
Got you.
So, it actually reminded me of a story.
Oh,
It was
God.
New Year's 2000.
How
And
do you remember New Year's?
because
Right.
I'm always
Are you
drunk.
not
I
an
was-
alcoholic?
2000. This was 20 years ago.
So you were
We're
15.
not drunk.
Yeah, I was not drunk. And I was 10,
I know.
actually. But, I mean, I agreed with you because I was like, yeah, I was
I
totally
know, I was
15.
like,
I was,
Wait,
yeah.
did you finish the story?
Oh, no,
this is a side story.
This is
Okay,
a
gotcha,
side
gotcha,
story.
gotcha.
This is a side story. So it was Y2K during like the whole hysteria of Y2K,
Oh,
right?
yes.
And we were on our way home from my aunt's house because she had thrown the New Year's party that year. And we're going over, there was always a bridge that we would have to go over to get home. And it was so foggy outside that you couldn't even see the road in front of you. You could not see, like the headlights were glaring back at you like it was a white wall. So you couldn't see the bridge. And you couldn't,
Focus.
sorry, but
I was gonna try to put her on the floor, but
yeah,
oh,
You,
it's not happening.
you just hold her.
just hold
this
her.
This is your life. You gotta accept it.
So, so she, so my mom started panicking. She was like, oh my God, what if the bridge is out? What if the bridge is out? What if the bridge is out? And that's when I wake up. So all I see is fog. And then there were these lamp posts that had like round lights that, that were bright, but they were downwards. Kind of like street lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was a
hung
pole
down
in the
kinda,
middle,
Yeah.
and then around that pole were lights.
Okay, yeah.
So it
Yeah,
looked,
yeah.
my mom was like, we're gonna get, there was like 4 of them. Yeah, there was 4 of them. 2 in front, 2 behind us, and mom was like, we're gonna get abducted by aliens!
Oh,
We're gonna
God.
get abducted by aliens! Go faster! And my dad was like, you want me to go down in the middle of the broken bridge?
Yeah.
And that's when I remembered, so I can only imagine how freaked out they were during this. But yeah, we almost got abducted by aliens.
But did your mom ever say stop the car?
Yes.
Pull over.
Yes, my mom said, stop the car, stop the car.
Oh,
Your mom's gonna be the first one to die in a horror movie.
And my dad was like, well, I gotta keep going. And my mom was like, well, then go faster.
Thank
And
you.
And then he was like, well, what if the bridge is out?
Just slide over it.
Yeah, you just like the
You just
faster
keep going.
you go, it's
You just
like
keep
you,
going.
You know.
You know, one or the other. We were gonna either be abducted by aliens or,
Or die
fall.
falling.
Either it's a terrible experience.
I know.
You just gotta choose which one you want.
Yeah.
Like I had to yell. Like I thought that I yelled at my mom, but I don't think I actually did. Tell her that, like, hey, dude, those are the lights.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I did. I was like, Mom, those are the
Ma,
lights.
Ma.
Ma,
The electricity.
Ma, it's fine. Those are not what? No.
That's a good would you rather question. Like, would you rather drive over a broken bridge
Mhm.
or
Be abducted by
get
aliens.
abducted by
I
you?
think I would choose abduction.
I would choose abduction.
Really?
Yeah, because they're gonna put me back anyway.
And we talked about how the aliens don't wear pants when they. Would that change your answer?
I still would rather be abducted.
I would rather be abducted.
Yeah. Like Steph said, they would bring me back.
I mean,
They would probably get tired of me real fast.
I know.
Okay, This girl is sassy and she don't know anything.
She is totally involved. No, we need to put her back now.
Put it back. Put it
What
back.
can you tell us about the human race?
Return. Did you keep the
Well,
receipt?
I can tell you about Sally.
Well, I can tell you that
girl
I think I'm one of them.
So, anyways, he gets back in the car,
Good.
and then he's hauls ass home.
Thank you.
All ass. So they made it before 3 p.m. 3 a.m.
Hold up.
3 p.m. hopefully.
3
Hold up. The alien says,
Follow.
psych!
Ah, suck your ass back.
They think they got home, but they
So-
didn't.
After hearing a series of loud ass beeps, they both got really drowsy. And
Oh my gosh.
And then a haze
caffeine
later,
wore off.
Lord knows what the fuck happened.
Hold up. It was 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
They had just had coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got drowsy.
Then they got drowsy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you crash.
But
Yeah, you crashed.
You crash after caffeine.
yeah, you
Hey, what time was it? Did I have a time of when it, happened?
it was around midnight. It was around midnight.
So
was
it had been
about 2 hours
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
They
normal.
heard loud
That's
ass
a drowsy.
beeps.
Yeah, that's a
it's
normal
to
drowsy
get
time.
drowsy.
Yeah.
After coffee.
And I hear beeping all the time.
Yeah, sure.
I hear ringing in my ears all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You guys really need to go to the doctor. Just saying.
It's because of drainage. I know it's sinus drainage for me. That's why I
Yeah.
hear ringing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It really is.
Okay.
It's because
And the beeping?
I'm always reheating my coffee.
And we both also have gone through childbirth.
You hear the monitors. Beep,
Yeah.
I don't know how people sleep.
Mm,
They
oh,
say
no.
they sleep after an epidural.
Yeah.
What? I could not.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe like the day after. but-
No.
Not
Not
even.
after that.
Not even.
Ever.
Never,
Ever again.
never
No, no,
again.
no, no.
Never again.
Never again.
That sucks. I really, really, really appreciate the lovely reminder, the things that I take for granted. Thank
Yeah.
you guys. Sleep and being able to feed myself first.
Yes. You're welcome.
So, after hauling ass home, they, like, on their way, they hear a series of loud ass beeps. And then all of a sudden, they both get a little drowsy, and then they get super hazy.
Okay. Loud ass beeps. Drowsy.
Haziness.
And haziness. Right?
I believe.
So later,
This does not make sense.
or I'm just a horrible storyteller. But it
you're
probably
great.
doesn't.
No, you're a great storyteller. I just don't
It's just
believe
the order of the beeping
and
then
the
the
drowsiness.
Yes.
And we
Trust.
just said we both have had epidurals and we couldn't go to sleep because of the loud ass beeping while we were
Yeah.
in labor.
But
Like,
but like that's the
How
thing.
does that work?
It's
They
not
use-
supposed to make sense. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
That's the point. It doesn't make sense.
Are you sure that wasn't wine?
It was a lot. She had a lot of sugar today.
Definitely ginger ale. I feel better though.
Good.
Uh,
So this is the 5th time I think I repeat this part of the story. He gets back into the car
Good
and
idea.
hauls ass home, right? In a
Loud
windy,
ass
windy
beeps.
road. Alien said, psych.
Mhm.
And after hearing a series of loud ass beeps, they both get drowsy. And a haze later, Lord knows what the fuck happened.
A haze later.
Yeah,
Like
they got, like, everything went hazy, I guess. I don't
Okay.
know. But when they woke up, they were 35 miles away from the original spot where they had pulled over. And they just ended up going home.
What?
Yeah, they went home.
What
They
the-
got home. Hold on. So they, look, wait.
Sorry, we just did we stared into each other's souls and we knew what we were thinking.
What were you thinking? Now you have to
We
say
know,
it.
we know.
just bullshit.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay, continue.
so by the time they get home, it's 5 a.m.
Okay, they didn't make it by their 3 a.m.
They
Target.
didn't. They didn't
No,
make
because
it,
of
but
abduction.
yeah,
For
but
2 hours.
yeah, but like their time frame was it's a 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's a 5-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
The drive was supposed to take 5 hours. They stopped
Uh-huh.
2 hours later. They still only had 3 hours left. But then something happened and they lost 2 hours.
Besides, in alien time, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes in alien time.
Right.
No, it's like, I thought it was 5 years.
5
Is
years.
it?
That's
I thought that was the further away, the more light years away you were.
Yeah, we're not. This is the alien world.
Yeah, but
No.
like, so...
No, but
no.
so
It's,
so the more light years away you are from Earth, the longer the time is for.
So,
them,
like,
but the
85
shorter it is for us, right?
Yes. So, it's 85 years here. It's only been maybe 5 years.
Wait.
And so many light years.
No, I thought it was the shorter. Like, so if it was 5 minutes for us, it was 5 years for them.
I guess.
That's what I thought
I'm just
Probably.
for the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
then
guess.
for the what are they called? The
Hills?
Betty,
The Hills.
Okay, Betty and Barney. I just like saying their names.
I know. They're cute names.
They are cute names. Betty and Barney.
So 60s, 50s,
Yeah.
40s.
They lost 2 hours, so that means technically the aliens could have had them for 2 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's, we know that for
Basically.
sure. That's
Yeah, that's a fact. That's fact.
We are definitely qualified.
Yeah.
We did
That.
math.
We don't know anything else besides
We
alien
know
math.
alien time.
Alien time math time. So, a few things were off when they came to.
I
Both
want to hear this.
both noticed that they were a little disheveled.
What?
Barney,
They were
like
what?
their clothes were a little disheveled. They were a little disheveled.
What does that mean?
Like messy.
like
messed
messy,
up,
dirty,
wrinkled.
like
No, like they're
torn
his-
or...
his shirt was untucked,
Okay, because they
Her-
were in the 60s and they definitely had everything tucked all the time.
tucked and ironed.
And ironed.
And her dress might have been a little, but he said that he noticed his shoes were scuffed and his binocular strap was broken. Barney
Maybe
tells
they just went into the woods to have sex.
That's what I'm saying.
and don't
for 2
remember
hours.
it.
See, but I think...
But I would remember that.
I think they got abducted, but why does it have to be aliens? You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
because aliens are the
Maybe
word.
it could have been the people they had the coffee with. That's
Coffee shop owners, one theory. I
Oh.
thought it was the waitress because she apparently gave him a funny look when she saw the white woman with the black man, and then noticed that they were married. So I think it was the waitress.
Yeah, I definitely do think something happened to them.
Yeah. But
maybe not aliens.
yeah, possibly. So what Barney tells one of his friends is that he couldn't shake the feeling of, quote, a person who saw something he does not want to remember.
Yeah, that could have been anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all I could think of is the aliens wanted him sexually.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of. Apparently,
Or like
when he
somebody
got
wanted
home,
him, you know.
apparently when he got home, he felt so. They both, him and his wife, had such a bad feeling about the 2 hours that were lost.
Yeah.
That he went into the bathroom to inspect himself, like
all
little
over
Timmy
the
did.
like little Timmy.
Yeah.
Little Timmy was in the bathroom. No, he went in there to see if something else happened.
Yeah.
Like because they both had such a horrible feeling when they got home
Yeah.
about
I
those
would
2
call
hours.
them.
And I
Hey,
feel like
Daddy,
you
check
do-
me and see if you find any holes in me.
An extra hole, or did the hole get bigger?
Yeah.
Am I bleeding?
Right.
Yeah. And I do feel like if something happened to you, your body would
Tell
body
you,
would
yeah.
tell you. Your body would
body
know.
knows.
Like you would
But
get that feeling.
also,
You would get that
feeling.
Yeah.
But if it was traumatizing enough,
Yeah.
you would block it out.
Exactly. Your brain would block
Your
it out for
brain
you.
in
Yeah.
order to protect
No,
you.
but
your
that's
brain
what I'm saying. I
would- yeah.
believe him that he had that
Something
feeling, that he
happened,
had
yeah.
that, like his
Yeah.
body.
But
was
it might have not been aliens.
Yeah, it could
That's
have
what
been
I'm
anything.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Which is
It
scary.
could be.
Just as
Yeah,
scary
that's-
because
Yeah.
it's like.
So
human
imagine living with that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Imagine living with that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, we lost 2 hours.
Yeah.
We don't know what.
Something bad
That is
happened.
scary. Like I'm getting like.
but we
creeped
don't know
Yeah,
what the
I'm
fuck
getting
it was.
creeped out.
And he's saying he doesn't know what the fuck it was. All he remembers seeing is this giant thing following them with really fucking bright lights, and then 6
It was a huge
figures
truck
in it
with 6
people walking in
people.
it. Walking in it, looking directly
Maybe
at
it
him.
was. I'm not trying to be racist or
Yeah,
anything,
that's it.
but maybe it was like Latinos
You.
in a big truck.
That could have been
walking around.
6 of them
6
6 of them.
with no pants.
Aliens with no pants.
That
Those
is-
are the aliens we're talking
That is
about.
Oh yeah.
Those are the aliens we're talking about. Yeah.
No, but I think it was 6 white people
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
that
was
were
the,
going after
yeah.
them because
They
Because
were a
of their
biracial
marriage,
couple.
yeah.
But they, I
And
mean, they
something.
were in a conservative state. New Hampshire is considered conservative. especially back in the day. So, and this was also 6 years before the Loving case.
Yeah.
That made it legal for, or legal and more acceptable for biracial couples to get married.
Yeah. So people were going after.
Yeah, no, people are going after.
Yeah.
But also, but wait, there's more. I like your theories. So it took the Hills a while before they recounted their story. First, they went to a psychiatrist who used hypnosis.
Oh, who wouldn't go to a psychiatrist after that?
Yeah, but they couldn't figure out what happened. So yeah. So well, this psychiatrist put them under his hypnosis and got them to recount their experience. Their story set the tone for similar experiences to come. It was Betty went first, and it was short gray aliens with big wraparound eyes that took them aboard their saucer-shaped spacecraft and probed them with needles. Cue the alien emoji.
Yeah.
Like, that is what it was.
Yeah.
And so when Barney heard the story, like, detailed story from his wife, he was terrified. Like, he was really scared.
They let him hear that story, though?
Yeah, they did it together, I guess. I mean,
I feel like they should have, like, to really, to try to get
this was the
the
60s.
memory.
Authenticity.
Yeah, well, this was also the 60s.
Yeah, they were just
Where
trying it.
this was all trial, like, therapy was all trial and error. Like, this was like the...
They were still learning.
So,
They're not experts like us.
So, do you think the psychiatrist believed them?
No.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Also, this could be the reason why their story was even leaked. Lack of confidentiality. The psychiatrist did not believe them, and that's how their story got out. Out publicly.
Yeah,
and
we should know that.
Yeah, and actually that is according to their niece, who knows a lot about their history. And so Barney was terrified, and then after that, Betty felt comfortable enough to tell anybody that would listen, basically, about her experience. And like I was saying, she is also a fan of sci-fi.
Yeah.
So...
And that also could be, like, if you are traumatized and you are trying to maybe, like, recover that memory, maybe you recover that memory in like through something that you know about. So sci-fi, like, she likes sci-fi.
It was her safe haven.
Yeah, so she was reliving that memory, but in the form of, like, an alien creature.
Yeah.
Which obviously
an alien creature that
could have been actual human beings.
And the thing about hypnosis, it's not that it puts your brain in such a vulnerable spot that it can not be influenced and not be manipulated, but like you said, it doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
It doesn't have to be literal.
It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
It can be anything. It's just they are easily influenced.
Yeah.
But also not true.
Yeah. Like, I could think of myself being, if I were under hypnosis and they were think of your happy place, like, I could be maybe in, like, an ocean or something.
Bora Bora, but Lord, you've never been there.
No, but, like...
You've seen pictures.
But I love the pool, right? Yeah. Like, I love swimming. That relaxes me. So, like, me being in water, any type of water would be that place, even if it wasn't, like, you know,
Even
so, it makes sense. Real. It makes sense,
So, all in all, skeptics would say that this could have been stress-induced.
Because of the coffee.
No, because stress...
Because of the money.
Well, coffee increases your cortisol, right?
Stress-induced sleep deprivation, because it was easier to accept aliens as opposed to dealing with being a biracial couple in the 1960s.
Yeah.
So it was easier to deal with than the reality that was racism.
Yeah.
People were after them. The
people did stuff to them.
And then, so Barney died of cerebral hemorrhage in 1969, and Betty died in 2004 at the age of 85.
Wow, 2004.
Yeah.
She lived a long time.
She lived a long time, and...
Wait, what did she die of? Oh.
It doesn't say. It didn't say. She just died in 2004 at 85. She died doing what she loved. She was part of the abduction like support team. Like, there's a picture of her that said, "I got abducted by aliens, and this shirt is all I got."
Oh.
Yeah. So she was a firm believer until the very end of her life.
Yeah.
The reason why people believe their story so much, though, is because they are a credible couple.
Yeah.
Like, they were both government employees. He was very active, or they were both active, but he was very active in the during the civil rights movement. He got a lot of rewards and recognition for his influence in that throughout the years. And also, so they were like your Stepford neighborhood, like everyone's favorite couple, you know. But and also, if you listen to their story, they recall everything before and after in detail, but they could not remember what happened between the actual experience until they were hypnotized. But like you said, it could have been her projecting her interest in the awful experience that could have happened.
Yeah.
And before the Hills, like I said before, there were very few people who came forward, and no one was believed until the Hills came forward with their story. And there's a movie, there's a bunch of TV shows, sci-fi shows that have like American Horror Story. They have a biracial couple that gets abducted by aliens in one of their episodes. X-Files has an episode loosely based on this couple. Like, they're very influential. They're like the couple that started.
And I feel like I've seen that in a movie or show somewhere. The idea of like a car, something's following me, let's get out,
definitely.
binoculars. Like, I feel like that scenario has.
Why would you stop?
With binoculars.
But yeah, so they were more relatable, which made them more credible, more believable.
Yeah.
And that's the story of the first publicized alien abduction, which just so happened to be the biracial couple Barney and Betty Hill.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Hill.
Nice. I feel bad that
Betty and Barney.
That what?
I feel bad that we mocked their terrible decisions. Since he was such an upstanding man.
Citizen of the nation. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm upstanding, but
okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nice.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay, okay. So,
we got snacks.
Oh yeah.
Your hair. Her hair.
See, that is disheveled.
No, okay.
Okay?
I see.
Okay, so I will quickly talk about the Loving. So, Mildred and Richard Loving.
This is the couple that...
This is... You're about to find out.
Oh, okay. Really?
Oh, how does it feel, Steph?
Yeah? Really? Isn't this the couple? Like, what's so significant about this couple?
Okay.
Tell me.
Well, okay. So, Richard... Did you know a nickname for Richard is Dick?
Yes, I
so
did.
So we will call him Dick.
Dick.
Yay!
Dick and Mildred.
Dick and Mildred.
A million dicks.
A miller. What's the song?
Million?
Millie.
There you go. You're on your own this
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Okay. So, they got married. And they got married in Washington, D.C. They got married in 1958. And the reason they got married is because they were so in love, they decided to have a baby together. So.
Interesting.
Really?
Wait, what did I just say?
They got married just because they wanted to have a baby.
Oh. Did I say that?
No. You said they were so in love.
They got
married so they could have a baby.
Did I say that?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I don't know.
They were so in love.
They were so in love. They decided to have a baby together. Oh no, I said the reason they got married is because she was pregnant.
Okay.
I should have phrased it that way.
Yeah.
The reason they
shotgun
got
wedding
married is because, well, I'm sure they loved each other, but also because
she
was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, okay, so they got married in Washington, but okay, I can't tell a story if both of y'all are on your phones.
Oh.
So I'll wait.
Yeah, you don't feel so great about it.
I will wait. Anyways.
I'm talking to my husband.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, well, you were telling your mom that she was doing a great job
Yeah.
in the middle of my
I have
Keep
story.
going, I'm listening.
She has separation anxiety too,
I
maybe.
know. I will accept it. And I know. No, I'm just drinking. I'm not. No, man. Okay, so Dick and Mildred, 1958, got married. She was pregnant. They lived in Virginia, but they actually got married in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
And so they went to Washington, D.C. Sorry. Yeah, got married, came back to Virginia. And a couple of days later, when they were asleep in their bedroom, like a nice married pregnant couple, their house basically got like broken into by police, and they arrested, now from what I read, it said they arrested Mildred. I don't know if they arrested Dick.
Okay, so is this a multiracial couple?
Yes, the
Who's-
reason that they got arrested is because she was African American,
Oh.
he was white.
Okay.
The reason
I think
they
I read about this
Yeah.
couple. Almost gonna do it, but then I
Yeah,
changed
the reason they had to go to Washington D.C. to get married and not Virginia is
Because
because
that's
it
the only
was
place they could do it,
illegal
yeah.
in Virginia, and they could only do it in Washington D.C.
Mhm.
And at that point, there were about 24 states
Wait a
that did
minute.
not allow it.
Wait a minute. Your couple's from Virginia. My couple was from Virginia. Where was yours from?
New Hampshire.
Mm.
I was listening to this girl. See? Sorry, I beat you to it. Okay, yeah. So at the point they got married, there were about 24 states that it was illegal for them to
How many
get married.
50s? How many 50 states?
Okay, well, use the answer your own question.
How many 50 states?
In alien math, it's
Yeah, we said-
75.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Mildred got arrested. I'm not sure about Dick, but I'm assuming Dick, well, because he was white.
He did not.
He probably didn't.
He
Yeah.
was what a dick.
Yep,
White privilege.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so she actually...
White supremacy.
Are you hiding from something? It's so bright in
She's
here.
telling us a secret.
So she actually went to jail and she stayed there like a couple of days, and it
But
was,
she was pregnant.
yeah, exactly. She was
Wow.
pregnant. Yeah,
That never stopped
She was
nobody
pregnant.
before.
that's right.
Bitches.
Yep. And so of course they go through basically like the whole court system because she is like she had to go to jail and they did
The
break the
whole
law.
process?
Yeah, so they actually like went to court, and the judge found them guilty because they had broken Virginia law, which is like
Okay, but they
could
got
not get
married
Yes.
in Washington,
but they
D.C.
lived in Virginia, so
But they lived in Virginia,
Mhm.
and they were living together.
Mhm.
So because they were living together,
In
that's
Vir-
why they got arrested.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Not because they were married, but because they were living together.
No, because they were
Illegally married in
They
the
were-
state of
So,
Virginia.
so it's called the Virginia's Racial Integrity Act,
Okay.
and they had broken that by being married.
Okay.
Or yeah, because they were of different race, even though they got married in a different state.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, the judge found them guilty, and they were like, as long as you live here, you're gonna be a felon. And this was mostly to Mildred, not to Dick.
What a dick.
Yep. Well, no, I mean, I don't think Dick was.
No, I'm talking about the dick.
And so basically to like avoid all of that, they just moved. So they moved to Washington, where it was okay for them to be together. But you know, their home state was Virginia, and they left Virginia, and they always wanted to go back home. So they actually just like kept fighting the whole ruling.
System?
Yeah, the whole system.
The man.
That's
Stick it to the man.
Right. And in 1963, so it was about 5 years later, they went to the American Civil Liberties Union to keep fighting their case. And so like the battle just went on and on and on, and it was all extensive and it was all expensive. But finally the Supreme Court ruled that laws that didn't allow interracial marriage were actually like not allowed.
Null and void.
Yeah, they were like, that's kind of unconstitutional. So because of them, they kept fighting it, and because of them, they brought it to the Supreme Court, and that is why I am allowed to be married to Emery.
And I'm allowed to be married to the Ender.
That's right.
And none of us will get arrested.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. So, thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Mildred
Cheers.
and Dick.
Cheers, Mildred and Dick.
Yeah.
Cheers, Million Dicks.
But the thing is that the laws actually never went away. They were still there. It just kind of, they became like unofficial laws. Like they weren't allowed to,
Like
the
in
states. Yeah, the states weren't allowed to practice those laws, but the law didn't just like get erased overnight. They were still there.
They got amended? No.
Yeah, they were just the Supreme Court said like you can't enforce that law,
okay.
but the law was basically like still
Kind of
written
like
in there.
you can't
Was it annulled?
drive in the state of Alabama. You can't drive without shoes on, but you can drive with only socks on.
Wow.
But nobody enforces that. And also,
Yeah.
technically, if I'm riding with a Coke in my car,
No
when I get-
drinking and driving.
no, that is
Open
having an
container.
open container in the vehicle.
Yeah. So, speaking of Alabama,
Ooh.
Alabama was actually where the last law that prohibited interracial marriage. That was the
Just
last state to erase that law, like officially from their books,
Really?
and that was in the year 2000.
What? I almost
Yeah.
lived in a state where.
Yep.
Well,
You did.
I
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
I
But
did live
almost at that time.
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was
Close
just
to it.
13 years later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's Mildred and Richard Lovings. They fought the good fight.
Mm-hmm. They're the reason why we can be married to people that are not the same
Yep.
skin tone as us.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, should we do housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
That's my bell.
Let me see. Siri, ring a bell. Hey Siri, ring a bell.
Oh my god.
Okay. Moving
No
on.
one. Anyways.
Kristen Bell. Call Kristen Bell right now.
Ooh.
If you're listening to us, thank you for listening to us on Spotify. You can also find us on YouTube at Gorditas, Sassy and Unqualified.
Mhm.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook under Gorditas Sassy and Unqualified.
And email us your alien abduction stories, because that's what we're really interested about.
Or
Or
maybe
interesting-
some ghost stories.
Yes.
No, no ghost stories.
I love ghost stories.
And then
I'm
we can
scared.
do an episode in the dark.
No!
Yes.
We will not.
After
Twilight
Talia's asleep.
Zone.
No.
With s'mores.
Yay, around a fire.
We'll
I have
be
a
here
fire.
for the s'mores.
We can have a fire in my backyard.
Anyways, email us at lastsassygorditas@gmail.com.
Woo woo. And that's all for now, folks.